Japan Foundation scholarship, and I went to Osaka for about 7 weeks, give or take. And I stayed in Rinku town, really nice town. And yeah, I got to meet a lot of different people, a lot of Japanese people. And I think I got to meet about people from 13 different countries, give or take, so that was pretty cool.
I went to France for 4 weeks, so 1 month.
I went to Japan through the IJ International Exchange Program, and they offered a 1-year opportunity to study at Aichi University in Nagoya. And I believe that that's like a second Tokyo, but a little bit less crowded because there's so much shopping in that area. And with me and my friends, we used to always go shopping and study. We studied and shopped, so we had a little best of both worlds there.
The study abroad program that I participated in is called French Culture by Immersion, and it lasted for a month, and it was located in a bunch of places in France.
I studied abroad in Japan, and the name of the program was the Aichi International Exchange Program. It was a 1-year program, and it was great.
One was because I wanted to get away from home for a bit. 2, I've always wanted to study abroad since I was in middle school, so that helps. 3, I just really want to see different things, so I think if anybody else wants to do the same things, they should probably think about that.
There's actually a lot of reasons why I like to study abroad, and one of them is actually to just get to know the culture of another country. Because for me, I think that's how wars are started, because we don't understand another person's perspective from like another country. We're always so like biased and judgmental on the other person. Yeah, we don't really know where they come from, and then that's why I wanted to go to Japan to learn more about them, and plus I already had an interest in them. And Hawaii, we're already diverse in itself, but only bits and pieces do we really know what the culture of another person is.
Well, being born in the Philippines already gave me a different type of traditions and lifestyle than people here in America grew up with. So learning about other people's culture was something that really interested me as well.
Traveling has always been a dream of mine, and I've always liked Japanese culture and language, and so participating in the study abroad program gave me the opportunity to do both of those things in one.
Of course, art, definitely, because Europe is like art central, museum, artists, it's art central. But what made me wanted to go was because like ever since I was little, my parents always told me that like you have to go see the world when you're young, because like staying here, you can study about other culture and history and everything, but you have to be like really be in that environment to actually feel it and then understand it, and then like meet the people and then learn about it. So that was the biggest reason. I just wanted to jump into that situation and environment. So
Other than getting lost, I mean, if you get I got lost a couple of times, and that was pretty bad.
One of the challenges was actually pushing myself to actually apply for the IT International Program, because I been off island before, but it was always with friends or family, and never really by myself.
A challenge for me would definitely have to be finances. I knew that I wanted to study abroad, but I didn't know how I was going to get there. So I remember a lot of my friends were applying for the same program, and I asked them, how are you guys going to go there? Do you have the means to make it possible? And they said, oh no, we don't have money. And I'm just like, okay, that doesn't make any sense to me. But they urged me to try anyways, and I met with the person at my school's Office of International Programs, and he helped put me in touch with some of the resources that are available to me. One of those resources was the Benjamin A. Gilman International Scholarship, and it turns out I was eligible to apply for that, and I did. I really didn't think I was gonna get any money, but I was so happy to find out that I did get it, and that was what made it possible. The Benjamin A. Gilman Scholarship funded a large portion of the expenses that I needed to pay for, and it really made it possible for me.
I really wanted to go, but I kept telling myself that I cannot go because I have no money. But I realized that there's always a way, even pulling out loan. But one thing that really helped me out was applying to scholarship. So I applied for Gilman Scholarship also, and I was awarded. And then it covered most of my trip, airfare, and then money to survive over there. So yeah, definitely scholarship.
It was pretty hard. Mainly convincing my parents that they should let me go. That's probably going to be the biggest issue with almost anybody. Parents always care about their children. That'll never change, ever.
And I was so afraid to tell my mom about it because I was scared that she was just gonna be like, no, don't get yourself involved in that and don't get your hopes up. But then later on, she told me that whatever makes me happy, just do it, just work hard for it. So I really looked for many options that I can. So I applied for a scholarship for Honda, which I got, and I also took out a personal loan because I really think that this was a once in a lifetime experience, and I was really keen on making it happen. And a lot of people helped too. Like I had classmates who donated money to me, and I even designed mugs, and then I sold it for $10 each, and it was really fun. Yeah, it was a good experience.
We don't really know what the future's gonna bring for us. Maybe if I don't, act on it now, if I don't even try now, who knows if the opportunity will be still for me to go to Japan will still be there in the future for me. So that's why I, put that all in my head and did the interview and everything, and I got it, and then yes, I was so happy, and I don't regret my decision. Don't regret any decision or push I made for myself to study abroad.
My first time traveling to Japan, but it was also my first time traveling to a different country, so it was kind of a big thing for me. I wasn't just going there to go on vacation, I was actually going there to live there, and it was different people, it's different cultures, different society, just different way of life, and I'm glad. I feel like I adapted pretty well to the situation. Luckily, growing up in Hawaii, you have a lot of diversity around, a lot of different ethnicities here. But I feel like even that doesn't completely prepare someone for that kind of experience. So it's kind of helped a little bit. And I just really embraced as much as I could about everything. And I really enjoyed it. There was difficulties for sure living there. It wasn't as super duper smooth like I thought it would be. There were times where I didn't want to speak Japanese, and I didn't want to live the Japanese way, whatever that is. But for better or for worse, I learned from it, and that's what made it all worth it.
One of the things that I really, really appreciate and I deeply have a great gratitude towards is that I got to really jump into that environment, because without being in that environment, you can't actually be connected with people and learn the culture, history, language. It's so different from studying it from other country, because I love my French class. I really love it. But then again, I love talking directly to French people because that's the easiest way and then the most inspiring way to be able to learn the language. So I think the best thing was that I got to be really connected with the culture and then the history. Even the people who went to the program from LCC, I became the best friend with them, and then I have a deepest connection with them now, and then I still keep in touch with them. I still talk to them. I still hang out with them all the time, and I really can truly call them my best friends now.
One of the best things that I got is definitely going to be experiencing a new culture other than my own, stepping outside of my boundaries that I think, or a comfort zone rather, that I think was necessary in my growing up as a person. And I guess I got a little bit better at Japanese. I made new friends, that's definitely a plus. Making friends from any new country is a good thing. It can broaden your perspectives. So,
My fellow international exchange students in Japan, because not only did I get a chance to study Japanese culture, but the culture of other countries as well by befriending those from Germany, France, Thailand, Taiwan, Korea, China. I befriended them and we became really good friends. At the airport, I couldn't stop crying because it's gonna be a long time before we see each other again.
I think the most important one that I would take into heart was realizing that the earth is so big, but then it shouldn't stop me from trying to discover new places and discovering me, because even though it's big, I can make it small by being in those places, like visiting and seeing them and then sharing it back with people that I love. So yeah.
that's pretty much the only advice I can give. Make sure you're comfortable with being on your own, with meeting new people, probably talking to them or conversing with them in a different language.
Once you're in a program, whatever program you choose, whether it's a couple months, half a year, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, every day push yourself to do something. Whether it's something small or something big, push yourself to do it.
To be very open. I think it's kind of a given if you're going to study abroad in a different country that you want to be open to different things more than what you already know. That's the beauty in traveling, and that's the beauty of living in a different place, a different country, and with different people.
Just do it, because there's no point of you like stopping yourself just because of financial situation, or just because I have to do this, I need this to go on a trip. Like, no, like there's always a way. And then you think that taking out loan might be too much money, or like applying to scholarship you might not get it. Like there's always a chance or opportunities for you. So it's gonna be worth it, definitely worth it. So I'll say just do it, just like I did. Yeah.
My advice for those who are considering study abroad is to be not discouraged by the many things that make it seem difficult. Because once you start working your way forward to your plans, it will be easier, and then you'll find that you have many opportunities for you and options, and you are capable of so many things. And people who experience studying abroad not only grow as an individual, they grow with the world.